but I'm quite sure it's very modest compared to the potential harm. The World Bank estimates that if we have a worldwide flu epidemic, global wealth will go down by over $3 trillion, and we'd have millions and millions of deaths. These investments offer significant benefits beyond just being ready for the epidemic. The primary health care, the R&D, those things would reduce global health equity and make the world more just as well as more safe. So I think this should absolutely be a priority. There's no need to panic. We don't have to hoard cans of spaghetti or go down into the basement, but we need to get going because time is not on our side.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe. Remember, if you like what you're listening to, please inform your friends and family and also spread it on social media. Just like I stated in my previous videos, we're coming down to the wire. Also, guys, I want to thank you a lot for ordering the book. And also for those who have cashed at me, basically donating to the channel. So I definitely want to thank you for supporting. Now, the reason why I played the Bill Gates video, because I normally don't get into things like that, especially naming people, but it was a gentleman that sent me that on Twitter, which shook me up because I did a video. He saw my video for the 3 trillion, and that's exactly what Bill Gates said in the video. So I thought that was wild. But basically, don't forget, that's just the narrative to get what they need to get done. And as you can see, across the globe, everybody's lowering rates and everybody's doing stimulus. What is the real reason, guys, why they're doing that? Like I told you, the dollar is drying up, liquidity was drying up, so this gives them an opportunity to put the foot on the gas. They lowered rates in the United States by 50 basis points. Hong Kong did 50 basis points. They're all moving in lockstep, guys. Remember, we no longer have a United States monetary policy system. This is global. All the central banks work in lockstep. The reason why you have certain countries that are enemies, because we don't own their central bank. I think it's like 3 that we don't own. So all this is moving in lockstep, guys. Remember, they're the stage, we're the audience, and they have the play going on. Now, we go into the stock market. The stock market jumped 1,000 points, like I stated in all my previous videos, guys, for the past few days, that when they actually allowed 3 trillion to shed, and then plus they did this 50 basis point cut, they are back in control. So we're going right back up. It's like I said, you're going to have your ups and downs, but we're definitely going back up. Now, they did another $100 billion repo, as you can see that I put in this video. So, guys, the sky is the limit for them. They have everything locked and loaded. They had no ammunition at first. Now they have all the ammunition in the world. The only problem is that when we do get into a serious situation, they have no ammunition. And remember, what I teach you is that this is the perfect situation. It's called a crisis. You never allow a crisis to go to waste, and we're going to be moved over to blockchain, automation, your robots. This is how they steer you. And people are going to beg for it because they're not in position. Remember what I teach you. Watchmen on the wall. Tell your friends. Tell your family. At least you told them what was going to happen, and they just didn't listen. But the rate cuts, just like I stated, was nothing but for the banks. So therefore, they can keep this helicopter money going on. Now, moving over to crypto. Crypto, we're flat right now, but remember, they have helicopter money. You'll see the stable coins getting pumped, and we're going to go right along with it. You have Santander, which is using Ripple's, I think it's Xrp, and they're about to do the cross-border payments. So they're about to get started. So, guys, they're doing a smooth transition. People in the crypto world, as I can see on Twitter, because I didn't have any type of social media, that's why I didn't have a lot of users at the beginning, subscribers, because I don't have that base on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. I work and that's it. So I'm not on social media. Now, as me getting on social media now, I see it's a lot of hype in the crypto community. Guys, this takes time. The reason why it takes time is because they have to do this for the masses. They have to do this for the unconscious that don't understand the system that we're in. It's all rigged. So they have to do a transition from what we have now and just slide it over to blockchain. Same way we went from checks, paper checks, to debit cards. Majority of people use debit cards, except for your baby boomers are still using regular checks. But majority of your millennials, they're using the debit or credit card, or they're using their device, phone, whatever, to make payments, Apple Pay. So the fact is that we're moving over to that system. It's a slow process, but they're going to speed things up because, of course, in the back end, they've already completed everything. They've already done the testing. The United States is the toughest place to move people over because we have the ability to reject it. That's the reason why they can't just, here you go, like China's communist country. They can have your robot as your server. Hotels being ran by robots. They can have the facial recognition and security cam on every block. So therefore, they're tracing everywhere you're going. United States a little different. They have to put it on you and create a situation. So the fact is that basically when you had this virus, that opened the door up for so many avenues they can do. That's why I said make sure that you keep this on the back burner, because this is going to disappear. Remember what I told you? You have the election. They said that the market went up because of Biden. I thought Trump was the businessman, and that's why the market stayed up. But of course, it's a narrative they're going to put out there. We have politics, and we have March Madness coming up. That's what's going to be in the media. That's what they're going to pump to you. Virus is going to take a back end. But believe me, that's going to come back up. So after probably it's going to disappear until probably about August sometime. But we're going to slowly see regulation as far as with crypto. It's like I said, we'll have an ETF, all that good stuff by August. And then we're going to start seeing Bitcoin really get into that bull market. Remember I told you about October is when the foot is going to be put on the gas. So the end of September, beginning of October, when we get those last earnings, they just have to keep this going until August. And that's what they did. They just bought themselves time. After August, then they can just let everything fall. We needed a correction back in 2008. They didn't let that happen. So therefore, we're going to suffer the consequences. That's why I stated, make sure that you're educating your friends and family. If they're not listening to you, send them to the channel. Make sure they subscribe, because there's some people that don't listen to family. Believe me, I have plenty of family members that I tried to educate. I've written like 3 books about this, even before the situation even happened, way before the situation happened. This is even before the Cryptoteacher book. So, but guys, that's all I have for you. Please make sure that you tell everybody about the book if you haven't ordered it. It's on Amazon, also on the website btcteacher.com. Educate yourself about the economy, and then plus get the book. I have the links below: Binance, Bitrue, Coinbase for your cryptos, Robinhood for your stocks. Make sure you get a backup plan for your actual stocks. Don't forget Cobalt. They need that for the electric batteries. And just like I said, right now, the bio stocks are still moving up a little bit. They've flatlined, a little bit, but a lot of them are still moving up. So make sure you do your research on them before you do invest. But you have a wonderful day.